Hello you. Forgive the stained t-shirt. I've been busy making today, so I've got messy. Anyway, there was a couple of things that I wanted to share with you. So this video is going to be one of them, and it features these little lawn fawn stamps. Cute little ice cream bucket with a couple of sentiments: treat yourself and feel better. Now, I basically set to work and made a couple of cards like this. So this video is going to show you how I did these. So this is the card that I'm going to be making, and it's basically got simple matting and layering with a cutout aperture into which I've put the ice cream tub and spoon, and then the phrase treat yourself at the bottom. It does have some stitching dots around there. I'll give you a little close-up shot of that. There you go, you can see that there. So I'm going to show you how I do this step by step. Won't take long, and I hope you enjoy the video. The images themselves come from this set of stamps by Lawn Fawn. It is called Treat Yourself, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stamps on this set. So wherever you buy your Lawn Fawn stamps, do go and have a look. I will leave a couple of links in the notes section below the video though, in case you're not sure where to find them. There's two phrases on here. There's treat yourself and feel better. I definitely know that when I've treated myself to some ice cream, I feel better. Anyway, enough of my gluttonous habits. Let's crack on with this. So I've got 3 pieces of A6 cardstock here. One's this sort of blue colour. I've got black and I've got white. I've also then got an A6 blank greetings card. Now the first thing that I would do is cut myself a circle of this blue card, and I've used the largest of 3 nesting circles. So I've chosen 3 that will sort of fit with this design and fit on the card, and I'll use the largest one to cut that out. What I would then do is cut away 1 centimetre from the edge, from one of the long edges and one of the short edges on the black cardstock to give me my first layer. And then I would cut away 1.8 centimetres on one long edge, one short edge to give me my next layer. And that's just a shortcut that I use to get nicely spaced layers on the front of an A6 greetings card. So use that if you want to. If you don't worry. Now, the first thing that I need to do is cut the aperture in the top layer, and the reason for this will become evident shortly. The aperture in the top layer is going to be the second size, the second biggest of my 3 nesting circles, and I'm going to put that centrally vertically and about 1.5 centimetres down, so that I've got a bigger gap at the bottom than I have at the top. And then I'm going to secure that in place with some low tack masking tape, and then I will run that through the die cutting machine. There we go, that's stuck on. So I will now nip off and do that. There we go, job done. That's my top aperture made, so I can put that to one side. And now I'm going to stick the layer onto the matte black. And you see there's no aperture there at the moment, but this is why I wanted to cut the first aperture, because now I can use that as an alignment guide for my final die cut. So I will just use some sticky dots, stick this down. Oops. Oh, get off. Okay, there we go. That's my layer stuck down. Next up, as I said, I'm going to use the central circle now as an aperture or an alignment guide to position this final cutting guide. And what I've also dug out of my die stash is this die, and it's got some raised dots on it but no cutting edge, so it's just going to give an impression into the actual card. So I will actually run this through at the same time, 2 in 1. And as long as I stick them in place, they shouldn't interact with each other. So I should just get one cut aperture and one embossed edge. There we go. I shall just go and very quickly put that through the die cutting machine. There we go, done. So that's my aperture, and then here is the embossed circle as well around the edge. Now we have this. I can mount this on my card, so I just need to make sure I'm going to do it on the right side. So obviously if that's facing you, it'll be like that. And I want to position my little circle of blue behind that. So if I just hold that there for a second, move that out of the way, I know roughly where that's going to be. And I can just put a couple of quick pencil marks so that when I get my tape on, I know where to put it. Now, before I stick this on, I need to put the sentiment stamp in place. So I shall take the Treat Yourself design and pop it on an acrylic block. I'm using one of these ones that's got the foam corners so that I can line it up before I commit to pressing down that design. Using a VersaFine ink as well because it's a very fine design, so I want to make sure I capture the detail. Okay, I need to stand up for this. There we go, perfect. Clean off the stamp before you pop it back, as ever, or in my case, as if. And then, oops, I can bring back my card, and I will need to mount up that in a second, but I'm going to leave that ink to dry, and while I have the acrylic block and the ink pad out, I'm going to grab a little piece of white card and I will lay my acrylic block on top, and that way I can see where I'm positioning the stamps. So I need the tub of ice cream, the lid and the spoon, one of each. we go, done. So again, I'll clean off the stamps. What you can't see off screen is I'm cleaning these off on my jeans. I would obviously recommend a wet wipe or something like that. Now, on this sheet, there is a teeny tiny little happy face. So I shall mount him onto this little acrylic block, ink him up, and then pop his little happy smiley face right onto the ice cream tub. I think difficult to see from this height, but trust me, it's there. Now I will be colouring that in soon, but again I'll just give that a moment to dry. And what I will do while that is drying is I will get myself some foam pads, 2mm thick I think. There we go, that wasn't tricky at all. Okay, let's get this onto the card. Seem to have got a mark from somewhere. There we go. So we're doing all right. We're getting there. So that's my card as it is right now. Here's what I'm aiming for. So I'm pretty sure you can guess what the next stage will be. That will be colouring in the ice cream tub, spoon and lid, and then cutting it out. So I am going to speed through that, and I'll give you some music over the top of it, and I will join you back here when I'm done and ready to assemble things. There we go, I have my 3 pieces, so I can now pop them onto the front of the card. I'm going to use some 3D foam tape though to give them some dimension. So I'll just get a few pieces on here. Now for the spoon, tiniest little snip. I'll go with the ice cream bucket first, and I'm just going to very gently curve that a little bit with my fingers. Pop him just there, I reckon. Okay, lid, make sure it's the right way. Oops, don't you stick there. Make it look as if the lid is just popping off. Like so. And the spoon, I am going to apply a tiny, tiny little drop to the handle of glue. So that when I put this down, foam pad will stick in the middle and the handle will stick to the outer edge. There we go. And we are done. So there is the finished card, all adorned with the Treat Yourself sentiment and the ice cream bucket, lid and spoon. A very simple card to make, but really cute, I think you'll agree. And there you have it, another couple of cards, or a style of card for you from the Gentleman Crafter Getting Rather Messy craft room. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, a like, and of course, if you would like to see more from me, John Bloodworth, Gentleman Crafter, please, please, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you're notified of any future videos that I release. And of course, if you have any crafty mates, please also let them know that I'm here. I would love to have their company too. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you again next time.